Today I want to talk to you about this news story here. And I have a question for you, ladies and gentlemen. Are you just going to roll over and give up your financial freedom? Are you just going to roll over and let some centralized government take away your privacy? That's the question. And I'm thankful today to bring you a news story that gives me hope. This is an older news story, and I wanted to bring this up because I actually had someone recently who's a viewer of this channel. We had a dialogue going in the comments. The dialogue is no longer there. I think he deleted it. But basically, he said, I don't like cryptocurrency anymore because I feel like the government makes me feel. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, no one can make you feel anyway. You're in charge of your emotions. I tell my kids, you're responsible for how you feel. Don't give someone else authority over your feelings. But he said, I don't like how the government makes me feel like I'm a bad person, or I'm doing something wrong, or I'm a terrorist, or I'm a criminal. That is their goal. Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, a decentralized, and I can't say that enough, a decentralized blockchain currency is what takes power away from the current banking system. When you rely on somebody else to give you freedom, then you have no freedom because you're dependent on somebody else. Freedom is about having some form of independence. Now, I'm not telling you I believe in anarchy, having no laws. I'm not telling you that at all. I believe we have to operate within a society that has some level of structure. But I believe that structure quickly becomes overreaching. And every day that passes, we lose more and more of our freedoms, not just in America, across the world. Cryptocurrency is one of the last stands. Let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, we're probably never going to see some sort of revolution like the American Revolution ever again. There's no more land to move to create states. There's no longer an American experiment that can occur. That doesn't work. There's no true new world, I guess, unless we go to outer space. But really and truly, the great revolution in front of us is going to be a financial revolution about financial freedom. Let's pray that it's obviously a bloodless revolution. And I fully believe that the government is going to come against cryptocurrency. There's going to be some sort of a financial battle that exists. I believe ultimately decentralized cryptocurrency wins. Most people aren't even paying attention to it, but if you're in this space, if you're a subscriber to my channel, you know all about it. By the way, if you're not a subscriber to my channel yet, I want to ask you, please continue to watch my videos. I want you to give me the chance to earn your subscribe. But if you love freedom, do me a favor right now. Go ahead and smash that like button because the YouTube algorithm has been shown. YouTube's owned by Google. I did a video not too long ago where I showed you proof that YouTube was trying to censor, YouTube through Google and their advertising policies was trying to censor cryptocurrency content. I'll link that video above. I'll put it down below. You can take a look at that for yourself. That's absolutely proof that that is happening. And censorship is continuing as we speak. Like, you know, the FCA in the UK is basically making certain cryptocurrency derivatives illegal. We just talked about that, right? BitMEX is running into issues in the law. A company that's stationed, you know, offshore, not even in the U.S., yet they find out that they're subject to U.S. laws. I mean, it's going to be unbelievable. They're going to want everybody. I don't even want to go there. I don't even want to go there. Let's go ahead and go through this. Bitcoin investor sues the IRS for unlawful seizure of financial records at 3 crypto exchanges. This is really, really good. I'm going to go through this article and then I'm going to kind of wrap it up with my thoughts. Bitcoin investor Jim Harper has sued the U.S. Internal Revenue Service, its commissioner, and a number of federal agents. He alleged that they unlawfully seized his private financial information from 3 cryptocurrency exchanges. Bitcoin investor versus the IRS. Bitcoin investor Jim Harper has filed a lawsuit against the IRS. Good for him. The IRS Commissioner Charles P. Rettig, the IRS, and the John Doe IRS agents 1 through 10. The latter refers to fictitious names for the person or persons who authorized and conducted the search of his private financial records, according to the court document filed on July 15th with the District Court for the District of New Hampshire. A jury trial is demanded. That's incredible. The document outlines 3 counts of violations. The first is a violation of the 4th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, as the defendants conducted an unlawful search and seizure of the plaintiff's private financial information. The second is a violation of the 5th Amendment, as the defendants violated due process protection in seizing the plaintiff's private financial information. The third is a violation of 15 USC whatever, as the defendant obtained the plaintiff's financial records through an unlawful John Doe subpoena. He's clearly fighting for all he's got right here. This is awesome. The complaint detailed that Harper opened an account with Coinbase in 2013. He stopped accumulating new Bitcoin and began liquidating his investments at Coinbase and transferred his remaining holdings to a hardware wallet in 2015. By early 2016, he no longer had any Bitcoin at Coinbase. From 2016, he liquidated his Bitcoin through either Abra or Uphold exchanges. He claimed to have properly declared and paid all applicable taxes on his Bitcoin gains. Obviously he did, or he wouldn't be trying to sue over this. My goodness. He knows the IRS knows whether he paid him or not. The IRS filed the infamous Expot John Doe administrative summons on Coinbase in 2016, according to seeking information on U.S. persons who conducted crypto transactions between January 1 of 2013 and December 31st of 2015. I've talked about this before on my channel, the idea that the government will go back. Like, they really didn't have any laws of any kind from 2013 to 2015. I mean, that was way back when. They didn't have a whole lot of laws, but they saw people make massive gains, or the market had moved a long ways in between 2013 to 2016. And then lo and behold, they come back and retroactively, they want to go after people. That is crazy to me. But let's keep going. Not that you don't need to pay your taxes. It's just that the way they're doing this retroactively like this for Coinbase. Coinbase protest and the IRS narrowed its demand, seeking instead information regarding accounts with at least the equivalent of $20,000 in crypto transactions in any 1 year during the above period. So get this. The IRS Coinbase in this case protested. They were asking for every transaction of everyone who had an account. That is absurd, if you ask me. What are your thoughts? Let me know down in the comments. Now, here's what's interesting. In this case, Coinbase protested. That's not who Coinbase is today. Coinbase could give two rats crap today. I covered this in another video. I think this is why Coinbase is going to start losing market share. I really believe that. I got a video where I talked about that Coinbase has actively sought out the IRS and the DEA to work with them, meaning the IRS and the DEA didn't reach out to Coinbase. Coinbase said, hey, we want to sell you information, or we want to sell you software to be able to go through cryptocurrency transactions. Like, in my opinion, that is unacceptable for a cryptocurrency-based company. I'll link that video above. I'll put it down in the description. You can take a look at it. It's about Coinbase working with the IRS and the DEA. When the exchange refused to comply, the IRS petitioned to enforce the summons against Coinbase. According to Coinbase, this means information on 8.9 million transactions and 14,355 account holders. On August 9th last year, Harper received a letter from the IRS informing him that his financial records related to ownership of Bitcoin had been obtained by the defendant IRS without any particularized suspicion of wrongdoing. See, they're trying to say you're wrong just because you have cryptocurrency. And this is a lie that the government's going to paint. They're going to do it for cryptocurrency now. And when they roll out the Fed coin, which is going to be even a greater abuse of privacy, when they roll out the Fed coin, they're going to claim that you want to get rid of dollars because the only reason you have dollars is because you have something to hide. That is always the attack on freedom, is to say, well, if you're not doing anything wrong, if you're not doing anything wrong, why are you worried about privacy? But I'm not doing anything wrong when I go to the bathroom, but I don't want everyone to see what I'm doing in the freaking bathroom. Like, we all should have some level of privacy. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to wake up. And I'm certain you're awake if you're watching this video, but you got to tell people that look, wake up. Once you give up your privacy, you don't get it back. I've got a video on the Fed coin. I'll link it above. I'll put it down below. It doesn't do well. People don't seem to care about it on the YouTube algorithm, but this is content that you need to know about. You need to be aware of. But most people aren't aware. The Fed coin is coming. There's a real shot. We may start seeing we may be seeing centralized state-based cryptocurrency. State-based is in China, Australia, the US, UK, places like that. We may be seeing those currencies, cryptocurrencies that are centralized, ran by countries. We may see those coming out as soon as next year. You heard it here first. I mean, the Fed coin already has a blueprint and a model. With the Fed coin, think about this. You will never be able to make a transaction that cannot be monitored. You will have zero privacy for any transaction that you ever make from this point forward for the rest of your life once we have the Fed coin. Think about that. Meaning it might be private to me and to somebody else, but the government has the ability to see everything that you ever purchase. You think about that. That is mind-blowing to me. Are you okay with that? Let me know down in the comments. I'll be honest with you. I'm always a little bit shocked at how many people in cryptocurrency don't quite seem to care yet about things like privacy. I'd love to know what your thoughts are. Upon information and belief, John Doe IRS agents 1 through 10 issued an informal demand for Mr. Harper's financial records to Abra, Coinbase, and or Uphold, with which one or more of the exchanges comply. They all complied, I'll bet you anything. The court documents revealed the 3 companies violated their respective terms of service in providing Harper's financial records to the IRS without a valid subpoena, court order, or judicial warrant based on probable cause. Harper claims that he never received any notice of a third-party summons from the IRS. See, I think not only should he sue the IRS, I mean, of course, it takes money, right? So that's the challenge. But I feel like he should sue Coinbase, Abra, and Uphold, in my opinion. At the very least, they should be required to have to provide some sort of warrant. And that's what all he's saying here. He's saying there was no warrant, there was no probable cause, and this information was obtained. The IRS issued more than 10,000 similar letters to taxpayers concerning virtual currency transactions, advising them to pay back taxes by filing amended returns. The Taxpayer Advocate Service recently said that the IRS letters undermine the rights and protections of American taxpayers, the court document states. I want to just say this real quick. I actually did a video talking about this, cryptocurrency and your taxes. People are getting letters, and when you get those letters, the letters are written in such a way to make you feel like you've been laundering money intentionally. Now, never mind the fact in 2015, 2013, 14, there was no real guidance on how to handle cryptocurrency. Sure, you should pay taxes, but there was no real guidance on how to pay your taxes, what exactly was considered a taxable event. A lot of people felt like if I buy cryptocurrency and I don't sell, then I don't owe taxes until I sell and I'm back into fiat. The federal government, of course, said that's not true, because if that was true, then you could they want more tax revenue. So they want every single trade, every single transaction, every single withdrawal, every exchange of value from one currency to another to be a taxable event. And that is a problem for a lot of people. If you got one of these letters, you're going to have to get with an accountant. But basically what's going to happen is, because there was no 1099s, there never would be. Someone said, the same gentleman I'm talking to said, I feel like, it's not reputable. I don't have a 1099. Okay, but ladies and gentlemen, no entrepreneur that has a sole proprietor business has a 1099. That's normal for entrepreneurs. I mean, if you have a corporation and you get paid as an employee through the corporation, even if it's your corporation, you're issued a 1099 through the corporation, which means through you and your accountant and or your bookkeeper. But if you are the pizza shop down the road, the florist down the road, you're not going to get a 1099 in that case either. Let's keep going. As with Mr. Harper, upon information and belief, the IRS obtained private financial records for the targeted taxpayers without first obtaining a judicial warrant or a lawful subpoena or other court order. Furthermore, the IRS continues to hold the plaintiff's private financial records that it obtained from Abra, Coinbase, and Uphold. The New Civil Liberties Alliance, a nonpartisan, nonprofit civil rights group, represents Harper in this lawsuit. Mr. Harper's crime, holding a Bitcoin wallet. Notice that, holding a Bitcoin wallet, the company wrote in a statement released on Wednesday. The expectation is that when you enter into an agreement with a third party, the third party and the government will respect contractual rights. NCLA's statement adds, but the law in this case has departed from cherished constitutional principles and the fundamental understanding that prohibited peeking into a person's private papers without the use of a judicially approved subpoena. Not only did the IRS demand and seize Mr. Harper's information, but it is unlawfully holding onto that data without any judicial process. NCLA is going to right this wrong. The court document can be read here. I actually read through the beginning part of the document right here. It's really interesting. I'll link this actual article down below in the comments. Therefore, you can read it for yourself. But it's great for me to be able to see people actually fighting back, taking a stand. I encourage you to rise up and fight back. Now, what I mean by that is I'm not telling you to go file lawsuits, et cetera, et cetera. Pay attention to politicians who want to limit freedoms. And the truth is, by the way, whether you vote Republican or Democrat, they both have a track record of limiting our freedoms. So, people say vote third party or whatever. I'm not telling you who to vote for, who not to vote for. Just be mindful who's looking to create dependency on a system, who's looking for you to be dependent on a paycheck. They're going to promise to give you money. That is a form of control. Who's looking to limit laws? Limit privacy. Pay attention to what people are talking about. They always claim this is about protecting the greater citizens. It's about finding terrorists. The problem is they treat you as a terrorist when you say that you want your privacy, when you want to protect your own personal privacy. Right now, the U.S. government is going after Monero. I don't know if you've seen that. I did a video on that a while back, but it's unbelievable at this attack that has taken place on cryptocurrency. But I've said it many times before on this channel, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to happen. But we should not sit by and idly allow it to happen. At the very least, pay attention, vote, do our part to protect ourselves and our family members. Be aware of what's happening, because, ladies and gentlemen, cryptocurrency equals freedom. It's freedom from the system. It's freedom from a government that wants to control you. It's freedom from corporations that say that they should hold on to profits or they should make money from your financial transactions. In many cases, they're far more profitable than any of us will ever be. Banks always get bailed out. Banks always have the money. But at the end of the day, your money should stay with you. I firmly believe that. And if you believe that, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. I'll link the video about Coinbase and the DEA on the end screen as well. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, cryptocurrency equals freedom. This is Crypto Wealth. I'm out.